Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for being here. This is a recording for the new section here in the Side Whisper for the fall 2024 volume. And this is our section, Meet Our Seniors. Today we have our senior, Monica Montejo. Hi, Monica. Thank you very
Hi.
much
Thank you,
for
Doctor, for
accepting.
inviting me.
So, Monica, tell us, please, where are you from and how you arrived here to Querétaro, particularly for the
So,
university?
is UCQ. Yeah, I am from Villahermosa, Tabasco, and well, I ended up here because in my high school there were people from this university, well, that entered this university, like from years above mine. And so the university already kind of went to my school to give talks and stuff. And it really caught my attention, the whole like American system of the school. And my dad also liked it a lot, so he placed it as a suggestion to me, and I did agree with that, and I applied here, and here I am. That's how I ended up here.
Nice. How you arrived to, how you decide to start in biotechnology?
Well, it was in like my last semester of high school. It was very sudden, since I originally was not planning to study biotech or anything related to science. I originally wanted to study arts. So from one moment to the other, I just realized I didn't see myself doing that as a career. So I started like researching other options that I could have, and I also always had like a tiny interest in science, even if it was not that big. It was tiny, it was there. So I just told myself, what if I try a science career? And I saw biotech, and since it's like still an emerging career, it's something kind of new. It really did call my attention, especially the whole programs. They looked very interesting in terms of genetics and molecular biology and stuff like that, and really caught my attention.
During these years, do you think that you find in biotechnology a particular thing associated with art that you say, okay, no, this is something like an art for me, associated with the science? Because in other fields of science, this is very common to say
Yes.
that.
Yes. Yeah, I would say more when I'm in the lab and doing whole experimentations, and especially I don't know, yeah, basically being in the lab and having to work, for example, in my internships, being 24/7 in the lab and doing the projects by myself as well, obviously with supervision, but still working by myself. I think I did find like this kind of love for performing experiments and doing all these kind of different things, and it's very exciting handling like dangerous dangerous samples and stuff. It's exciting. So I really liked it, and I did really became very fond of especially that part of science.
And do you feel that this exciting part is something like the art, the
Yeah,
artistic,
I would say
developing your artistic
it's
side?
yeah, a little bit.
Nice. I understand that you start exactly in the pandemic, no? You start online.
Yes, my first year was completely online. I was even not living here in campus through my first year. I lived back home at Villahermosa, and it was a bit tough, especially being the first year of university. Like, yeah, it was tough adapting to my classes and just being alone in my room. I think that was the hardest part. Like, I'm not a very social person. I'm kind of an introvert, so not having to meet people face to face, even if some people found it good for introverts, for me it actually wasn't, since I wasn't making like disconnections from my first year, and that was really helpful because you can ask for help for homeworks and stuff, and I didn't really have that. It was just working like by myself, and I think I did miss a lot that kind of first year experience in university.
And what happened when you arrived here? So it was challenging to be in the first year in your home online, but after you arrived here, it was easier.
No, it was even hard. Because now I had to adapt to being complete, like from being in the commodity of my home, just waking up, turning on my computer, and being in my desk. Now I had to adapt to coming to classes here in person. And now, since I didn't get to make a lot of friends in my first year coming here and being with a lot of people, it was overwhelming. And knew that it was a bit of a problem, but I think I overcame it, and it did actually turn out good. But I do remember that my GPA did suffer a lot that that first semester coming back.
And how you manage that? You find the way to address that, or you ask for help or something like that?
Well, I kind of find a way to address that. My main problems is that I get distracted a lot. So coming back in person, since it was very easy to get distracted in just my computer through the Zoom. Now it was hard to just get my like attention span to be the same now in classes, and it was way hard because now my brain got used to getting distracted all the time that now that it was very important to just pay attention. It was terrible. But I did found some ways to overcome that issue. You know, just by reviewing some material before and after classes and stuff like that kind of helped me to improve my performance in that aspect. But it was hard.
So that was the challenges. You just mentioned, oh, a couple minutes ago that you it were very exciting to you, in particular in your internship. Where you did your internship?
Well, I did it at a research center in Mérida, Yucatán. It's called CICI, Centro de Investigación Científica de Yucatán. And I was working in the organic chemistry lab, in the biotechnology line. And yeah, it was pretty exciting because basically in that place you can do your master's, PhD, or postdocs and stuff. So I was able to interact with all these people in my field, and also at the same time be able to work on very important research projects and help, for example, the PhD students or a postdoc in performing their experiments, or even even when doing the reports and stuff. I was able to do all those things, and it also gave me a lot of insight into the research part more than the industry part, which I found it very exciting. And at first I was not very into research. I was scared of research and entering academia. But from that experience, I even came back my second summer there. Like I went 2 summers there just because I wanted to go with the excuse of more internships. But yeah, it was basically just being in the lab 24/7 for me, and also working on things that I like. That specific lab focused on natural products and the research on natural products and then medicinal applications. So that was something, like, say, like a field I had not explored here, and I was able to explore there even more, and I really liked it. And that actually goes to what I want to do next. And I'm actually planning to apply for my master's degree there, since I already know the people from there. And I'm really excited to go back.
Nice. But how you arrived there? Because geographically, I thinking, okay,
Yeah.
no, this Yucatan is more close from Villahermosa
From
than from
Villahermosa.
Querétaro. So how you arrived there?
So
Or
I
was independent, completely independent of.
it was a little bit independent, and also because my that side of the family is from Merida, or from that part of the south, like Campeche and Yucatan. So I have my aunts living there, and I was kind of looking into where I could go to do my internships. Since I don't have family here, it would have been very hard for me to stay. Let's say in the summer, if I don't have classes but I do have an internship, I wouldn't have access to the residences, so I would have to look independently. So that would have been very hard. And I started to look for something closer to home. And in Villahermosa, there's not really much for the biotech industry. So Merida was an option. And where I was researching, I found that research center, and I just wrote to some doctors and researchers there. And the doctor I ended up working with was the only one that replied, but kindly accepted me into his research group, and that's how I ended up there.
And so you stay with your family
Yes, I
there.
stay with my
Right.
aunt.
Nice. You mentioned that was a little scary to jump to the research.
Yes.
So how you took that decision?
Mainly because
You like the scary things?
yes.
You decide, oh, you made already.
And challenges, because let's say, for example, even choosing biotech as a career when I didn't really have as a great interest in science, it was like a challenge for me, and I was able to took it, and now I'm finishing my career. So this was the next one. I was scared in research and of research, and I just took the chance and say, well, let's say it's better if I know from experience if I like it or not, and if I just stay with the doubt of just being scared of it. So.
Nice. So finally, you mentioned that you like a lot the lab. So you recognize yourself as a lab person.
Yes.
And you just mentioned that you are considering doing the master degree there.
Mhm.
So you like science, and this is something like your next step.
Yes.
But if I ask you what kind of role you would like to develop, what kind of role you say, okay, I would like to visualize myself in some years like that.
Mhm.
Is this something alternative than doing research, or you find like, okay, no, I'm really excited, and I'm really into the research and the academia.
Well, that's something I'm just still thinking about, because I don't know if let's say I'm starting the master's degree, but I don't know if I want to keep going with a PhD, because I know it's a lot of even harder work, and that's something that also scares me. And so I don't know. I actually don't really know where life will take me, and I'm actually kind of comfortable with that, just letting things flow and how things turn out, because sometimes I get so stressed to have so much control of my life and already know what I want to do, like in 10 years. And I think it's just better when just things come your way and the opportunities start presenting, and also to even explore other areas in science, that it's not just research. Also, I haven't tried industry, and that would also be quite curious of how the whole industry works, even if now that I'm very into research, I don't really see myself in the industry. I don't know, maybe from 2 years from now I can decide, when I finish my masters, I can decide that, okay, no, I want to try industry now, or I want to keep going with my PhD. So that's mainly how I want to see it, to just let things flow and let the opportunities come, or maybe I can look for the opportunities, but it will be depending on how I feel in that moment.
Nice. Great. So I think this is all.
Okay.
So thank you very much for
Thank you,
again for
doctor.
accepting the invitation, and thank you very much all of you to see this.
Yes.
See you soon.
Thank
Bye.
you.